the biggest thing I see is that you guys have an issue with balancing how to not care and how to care. So the question a lot of guys ask is, if I'm supposed to show that I don't care about her, so how do I keep her in the relationship, right? Because it's like, if you don't show any interest, how are you going to keep the girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. But this only doesn't make sense when you don't understand how it works. So I'm not telling you guys not to care. You guys are humans. End of the day, you're a man, but you're a human. You're emotional. Emotions is what makes you human. So I'm not telling you to suppress your emotions. I'm telling you to just not show her those emotions. You can feel those emotions. In fact, you should try to feel those emotions as much as possible, because that's what makes you feel alive. If you feel like you love her, that's fine. Sit in that. But you don't have to tell her that all the time, and you need to control your emotions. See, what makes a man is controlling his emotions. What makes you a man is not you never crying. It's you not crying in front of the wrong crowd. So if you go and lock yourself in a room and you cry by yourself, that doesn't make you any less of a man. But the fact that you didn't show it to everyone and you suppressed that when the moment was wrong for you to do that, because you need to hold your frame and stay strong so everyone else stays calm because you're the man, that's totally fine. You left and you did what a man does. That's called being human. You're supposed to be feeling these emotions. But here's the thing, is like, people are like, well, you're telling me not to care. I'm not telling you not to care. I'm telling you not to show her that you care. So this means if you love her, I'm not telling you never tell her that you love her. But if there's nothing going on and you just see her and you're just looking at her and she looks all pretty and you think about how cute she is and you're like, oh my God, I just want to hug this girl and kiss her and I want her to be in my life forever. You don't have to tell her all of that, because once you tell her all of that, you lose leverage in the relationship. When you show her how much you care and how much you love her, if you continue stating this every day, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Guess what? The more you say that to her, the more you reveal your interest level. And the problem with revealing your interest level is that you show her that she's the only one. You show her that she's the only thing that matters to you. And all of you guys think that this is the point, right? I want to show my girl that she's so special and she's the only one. No. No, you don't. Because you give her all the power this way, right? It's like, if you knew that you were the prize in the relationship, you would do and say whatever you want to do. So every time you tell her how beautiful she is, and every time you give her all these compliments and do everything that she wants to do, you give her all the power. But the problem with that is that you are the man and you have to have all the power. She is a woman. She's feminine. She cannot have the power because power is masculine. You need to be the one holding the frame and holding the power in the relationship. And if it doesn't work this way, guess what? The relationship crumbles, because a man can regulate power correctly. A woman can't. When she has the power, she's just going to become disrespectful. She's going to start doing things that you don't want her to do. She's going to dress however she wants to dress because she has the power. She can do whatever she wants, and she can't have that. She doesn't have frame. You see, you have frame. If you believe that something is disrespectful, you're not going to do it, because logic dictates that if you do that, then it's the wrong thing to do. It's immoral and it's just disrespectful. But see, in her eyes, she looks at something as disrespectful, but because it makes her feel a certain kind of emotion, she's going to do it because she wants that spike. She wants that emotional spike. She doesn't think logically. She thinks emotionally. So when she looks at something and goes, this is disrespectful, she knows it's disrespectful. She's still going to do it because she wants that emotional narrative. She wants you to get upset. She wants some drama in her life, and you give her the power to initiate that drama. You give her the power to dress however she wants, because she knows if she dresses however she wants, you're not going to leave her. Why? Because you aren't the prize. Why would you leave her? She's the prize. She's not losing anything if you leave, so that's why she doesn't care. She doesn't care if you feel disrespected. She doesn't care. And this is the problem with her having the power, her being validated constantly. You've been taught this your whole life by every woman you've ever met, that every woman wants to be called beautiful, and every woman wants the roses and the big bouquet and the gifts. But guess what? When you do this, you get cheated on. When you do this, you get left for another guy. You get left for a guy that can make her feel more emotions, that is the man in the relationship. Because guess what? The power dynamic has to be you having the power, because that's the masculine. It's not feminine for a woman to have more power over you. And she's going to look for a man that can satisfy that. She's going to look for a man that has power over her. And this isn't always a man who's going to be the most respectful man to her. This isn't the man who's going to do whatever she wants to do and going to satisfy her and call her beautiful all the time. This is going to be a man that might be a little bit disrespectful at times. This is going to be a man that might not call her for a week or two. But this is what's being a man. This is what it is. This is how you be a man. Like, it's this simple. Really, to the core of all of this, the fact is that her having the power is not masculine. And every time you sit there and give her that power, the relationship just starts falling apart because she doesn't know how to use that power, because she doesn't think logically, she thinks emotionally, and she's going to use that power to do whatever it takes to satisfy as many emotions as possible, whether it hurts you or not, whether it's disrespectful to you or not. So you need to understand this, and you need to internalize this, and you need to really start putting this into work. You need to really start putting this into play. You need to utilize this and use it. See, any guy can do this. You could do this tomorrow. You could put your girl in her place tomorrow. You can limit the time that you spend with her starting today. You could limit how much you text her and call her starting today. You could portray yourself as a high value man starting today, but you don't, because you don't have the balls. You know how to do it. I just told you how to do it. But this is the thing is, I can talk to men about this 100 times over, and some men get it and some men don't. Some men have the balls to implement it and some men don't. But you have to stop being afraid of losing her, because let me ask you this. If I told you that you're guaranteed to lose her doing what you're doing right now and not growing some balls and being a real man, would you start implementing it? You probably would. So I'm telling you, if you don't start implementing this, you're going to lose her regardless. So you might as well try.